Hello, and welcome to your heart healing yoga class. Today, we will focus on asanas that support the heart center. We'll also be focusing on Welcome to your heart healing yoga class. Today we will be focusing on asanas that support the heart and also looking at bringing a pranayama or breathwork practice into our yoga class. So let's get started by lying flat on the mat in shavasana. Lying flat on the back, legs are long, arms are lying down by the side of the body, palms facing up. Spine is long and straight. Back of the head is resting on the mat. Beginning to scan the body, starting with the feet. Tuning into the body, seeing if you can notice how the body is feeling today. Starting with the feet, the calves, the kneecaps, the upper leg, the pelvis, the buttocks, the abdomen, the chest, the low back, mid back, upper back and shoulders, the arms, the hands, the neck, the head, and the face. Now, letting the body relax even further, remaining completely still here in shavasana, allowing the body to remain completely still so that the body can completely relax. Beginning to count backward mentally from 27. As you inhale, mentally count to yourself 27. As you exhale, 27. Inhale, 26. Exhale, 26. Inhale, 25. Exhale, 25. Continuing on with your own breath. If you lose count, just bringing it back to 27 and resuming from there. And wherever you are, beginning to let go of the practice of mental counting, coming back into the body, wiggling the toes and the fingers, waking up the body. First, we'll begin with shoulder pose by bringing the feet onto the mat, bending at the knees, bringing the feet close to the buttocks. The hands grasp onto the ankles. And as you exhale, lifting the buttocks and the back up off the mat into the air. Remaining here for a moment. And as you exhale, bringing the body back down to the mat, letting go of the ankles and lengthening the legs out long. Inhale, bring the feet in towards the buttocks, grasping the ankles with the hands. As you exhale, lifting the buttocks up into the air. And as you exhale, bringing the pelvis down to the mat, releasing the legs out long. Continuing this for 3 more rounds. As you inhale, bringing the feet in towards the buttocks, grabbing the ankles with the hands. As you exhale, bringing the pelvis up into the air. Exhale, bringing the buttocks down to the mat, extending the legs out long. Continuing with your own breath for 2 more rounds. And once you've finished, relaxing in shavasana for a moment. Getting ready to come into fish pose. So coming up into seated position, legs remain extended long on the mat. Mindfully come back so that the elbows support the upper body on the mat. As you exhale, extend the head back so that the neck is stretched out and the head is hanging in between the shoulders. Hanging out here for a few moments. Preparing to come out of fish pose by gently bringing the head up and pushing into the hands to come into a seated position. Either crossing the legs or leaving the legs outstretched. Just sitting here for a moment, tuning into the body. And coming onto the belly. Here we will be coming into snake pose. So resting the chin on the mat, the arms rest alongside the body. Clasp the hands together over top of the buttocks. Take a deep breath in, and once you have fully inhaled, holding the breath for a moment and coming up off the chest, pulling the hands back away from the body. And once you are up here in snake pose, just breathing naturally. Holding it here for a moment or two. Exhaling, bringing it down to the mat, unclasping the hands, and bringing one of the cheeks to the mat. On your next inhale, inhale fully, clasping the hands behind the back, coming up off the chest, breathing naturally and fully once you are up here in snake pose. Seeing if you can't allow the hands and the arms to stretch back even further. As you exhale, bringing the cheek down to the mat. The arms rest by the sides of the body. Clasping the hands behind the back. Inhale fully, coming up into snake. Holding here for a moment. Feeling that opening through the chest. And exhale, bring it down. Going ahead and coming into snake pose 2 more times with your own breath, clasping the hands behind the body. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, coming down. Clasping the hands behind the back for 1 more time. Inhale fully, and at the end of the inhale, coming up off the chest. Seeing if you can't really bring those shoulders back to really open up through the chest. As you exhale, gently coming down, unclasping the hands, and resting on the mat. Coming into a tabletop position by bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, pushing the upper body up, and coming onto the hands and knees. Coming into seated, we're actually going to be standing up for arm raise pose. So going ahead and coming into standing. Now with arm raise pose, we want to ensure that we're being really mindful about coordinating breath with movement. So taking a firm stance with the feet on the mat about hip distance apart, bringing the wrists to cross one another. As you inhale, bringing the arms and the gaze up and opening the arms wide. As you exhale, begin to bring the arms back together so that the wrists cross, and bring the arms back down in front of the body. Inhale, Bringing the arms and the gaze up, opening the arms wide. As you exhale, bringing the arms and the wrists back together, hand down. Inhale the arms up, gaze up, opening wide. Exhale, bringing the wrists together and down. Going ahead and completing that 2 more times with your own breath. Once you finish that, uncrossing the arms, bringing the arms by the side of the body, letting the hands relax, closing the eyes if they are not already closed, and shaking it out. Next, we'll be coming into one-legged prayer, so continuing to stay in a standing position. Grounding down through that left foot. Begin to bring the sole of the right foot up. Now you can either rest the sole of the right foot on the ankle. You can bring the foot onto the left calf. Or you can bring the foot up onto the thigh, but not on the knee. Wherever is most comfortable for you, bringing the hands into prayer position. It will be helpful as well if you choose a spot either on the floor or the wall to concentrate on so that it can help you with your balance. And we'll stay here for a few moments, centering into our heart space. Preparing to come out of one-legged prayer. As you inhale, bringing the knee forward and the foot back down to the mat. If you like, you can sway the hips or take any movement that feels best for your body. Preparing to come into the other side by grounding into that right foot, bringing the left foot up off the mat. Again, either bringing the sole of the left foot to the ankle, up to the calf, or onto the thigh, but not on the knee. Bringing the hands to heart center as we ground down into one-legged prayer. You may notice that on this side, you wish to take a different placement with the foot. That is totally normal. Just ensure that you take a placement that feels best for you. Preparing to come out of this pose, as you inhale, bringing the knee forward and placing the left foot on the mat. And taking any movement in this pose that feels good for you before making our way down into a seated position. You can either sit with the legs crossed, you can sit with the legs out straight, or even on the knees, whatever feels most comfortable for you. We are going to be coming into our pranayama or breathwork practice now. So the practice that we are going to be doing is called bee's breath. So the idea behind bee's breath is creating a buzzing sensation in the mind, which is resemblant of the unstrucken or the strucken sound within the heart. So bringing that essence from the heart up into the mind. So getting comfortable in your seated position, softening, closing the eyes. For now, the hands can rest on the knees. Now taking a deep breath in, and as you do, holding the breath in at the throat and tucking the chin into the chest. Holding this breath here for about 5 seconds. And exhale. Now bending the arms, bringing the hands up towards the ears. Now you can bring the fingers onto the flaps of the ears and pressing inward to the eardrum so that you are creating a block of the eardrum itself. And so what we will do here is ensure that the ear is blocked. As we take a deep breath in, begin to release a humming sound in with the mouth, with the lips closed. And you will also want to keep the teeth open in the mouth with the lips closed. This is going to help the vibration solidify in the mind. So as you inhale, and as you exhale, breathing into that humming sensation in the mouth, into the mind. This humming sound can also penetrate the mind much more loudly with the tongue off the roof of the mouth. So inhaling, and as you exhale, breathing into that humming noise. Concentrating the awareness on that buzzing in the mind. Continuing with your own breaths, do this for 5 rounds of breath. Releasing the hands, bringing the hands back onto the knees. Taking a deep breath in, letting it go. Keeping the eyes closed and just allowing yourself to be here right now. Absorbing those asanas. Allowing that buzzing noise to integrate and heal the mind-heart connection. And when you're ready, making your way back into shavasana by lying on the mat. Lying flat on the back, legs out long, arms are by the sides of the body, palms facing up. Focusing the awareness on the breath. Breathing in fully. And exhaling all of that stagnant energy out of the body. Staying here in shavasana for as long as feels good for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.